welcome back to the channel for my analysis and review of Season 11, Episode 6, The News Never Sleeps. This is the first episode not to have Jay in it, and this episode also doesn't have any of the other ninja, and it actually focuses on Lil Nelson, who is not Lil anymore, and is starting a job as a paperboy in Ninjago City. He is excited and gets writing the stuff. There's also a nice little reference to his past injuries, some paintings on the wall, but yeah, anyways, he gets to Ninjago City on his bike, and yeah, he's a new boy now. So Antonio is going to take him around the city to get him acquainted. As they're doing this, the Fire Snake meteorites start hailing down to Ninjago City, which shocks and terrifies Nelson, but Antonio is just used to it because, hey, it's Ninjago City. So they encounter Samurai X, who's using her anime powers to defeat the Fire Snakes, and then they actually see Clutch Powers, who's coming in on a meteorite, and he passes out and goes to the hospital, but tells them that the ninja are in trouble. So they decide that Nelson will go to the monastery and Antonio will come with them to warn Wu. So while they're doing this, they encounter a broken bridge. Nelson pulls on his updated Legacy Ninja mask, uses anime power to jump across the bridge on his bike. Then they go to the monastery and tell Wu, and Wu compares Nelson to the Green Ninja, and then they're off on their day. After 5 seasons since his last cameo, seeing Lil Nelson back was really cool, and it really shows that the writers do care about these little characters, and they can make entire stories out of them. So I thought that was really cool. The same voice actor returned to voice Nelson, and as you can see, Nelson as well as the voice actor have grown up. So I like the voice acting for Nelson too, and how both Nelson and the voice actor are growing up together. So I thought that was really cool. Antonio's a cool character too, just like they said, a street smart girl with a lot of moxie. So I liked how she's kind of like a sister figure to Nelson, guiding him through and teaching him how everyone needs to do their part in order for things to operate. So I thought that was kind of a cute little relationship between the two. And seeing the, invasion of Ninjago City yet again from a different perspective was very refreshing too. While definitely having its issues and being unrealistic, I do like how Ninjago City is like, oh crap, here we go again. And they're just pretty much used to all these invasions and stuff. And Antonio even references the Sons of Garmadon. And also we see Wu in this episode too, which was nice seeing as we hadn't seen Wu for a few episodes. So I thought that was cool. Clutch Powers also returns in this episode. Okay then. But yeah, I thought this episode was very cute too, seeing Lil Nelson back with his mask on again in ninja action. I thought that was all very charming, and Lil Nelson is a cool character, and I like how this episode did kind of show his development and how he still is a ninja. This episode was a little bit weird in my opinion, but mainly because it's just not something we're necessarily used to. And I don't really know if it was a good idea to, break the ninja's action, to just interrupt the ninja's story, since episode 7 is going to pick up the ninja's escape from the pyramid. So I don't really necessarily know if putting this side episode right in between those other 2 episodes, 5 and 7 are paired together and 6 is just kind of put in the middle there. Not sure if that was necessarily the best idea. I think episode 6 could have came after episode 7, after we saw the ninja escape. But yeah, that would probably be my only issue. Some of Antonio's voice acting kind of annoys me, just sometimes. I mean, mostly it's good, just there were a few instances when it did kind of annoy me. As mentioned earlier, the attitude of Ninjago City towards the invasion was kind of funny and definitely refreshing, but it was very unrealistic and did not really fit considering what we learned about Harumi's origins back in Season 8. We learned that the Great Devourer and, the Great Devourer invasion of Ninjago City is like the Pirate Snake invasion or the Sons of Garmadon invasion, and we learned that Harumi's parents were killed during the Great Devourer invasion, which shows that not every event ends in happiness. It's not always a win. Some people are hurt, some people die, and that does happen. So just seeing Ninjago City be like, oh, yay, another thing, just completely disregarding it and not really considering it as a threat at all, given the fact that people do get hurt, and that was shown throughout Season 8 and Season 9 too, it just didn't make any sense to me. I won't really focus on plot as much, considering this episode doesn't really have too much to do with the plot, and it's not supposed to. It is a side episode, so plot we won't really talk about too much, but I guess the plot of the episode was cool, seeing Lil Nelson, or I should call him Nelson now, not Lil Nelson, but yeah, just seeing those guys go around city and just everyday city life was cool. Characters, I mean, yeah, obviously this is a character-focused episode on Nelson mostly, and Antonia too. So I thought those characters were cool, as I've already mentioned. I think Lil Nelson was still very a charming character, and Antonia's pretty cool too. I like her attitude as well. Definitely a, city girl. The action of this episode, I will say, did feel forced at times. Mainly the, guys jumping over all these vehicles and bridges and stuff. It did seem definitely forced, but it was so fun to see nevertheless. I liked Samurai X's brief battle with the 3 Pirate Snakes. So I thought that was done nicely, although some of the action was forced, but some of the other action, again, like Samurai X fighting the snakes, was cool and was fun to see. And moving on to the emotion of this episode, there wasn't too much emotion, but seeing as this was a side episode, it was cool to see Lil Nelson learning more about the city and how everyone must do their jobs and stuff, and more about his attitude towards the invasion too, as he's not like Antonio and the other citizens in the sense that they're just like, oh cool, another invasion. He actually was concerned about it, so I thought that was cool, seeing the difference in emotion of Nelson's perspective and, everyone else's perspective, so that was nice too. And yeah, I'm also glad that Wu appeared in this episode, as I've already mentioned. But yeah, going on to my final rating of this episode, I would give this episode a 7.5 out of 10. It was a pretty good episode for the most part, and definitely not a normal episode. It's something different, and that's why we have the 11-minute format for side episodes like these. I'm glad that Ninjago is trying something else out, trying something a bit more different and unique. So I think it's pretty cool, and I'm definitely looking forward to seeing more of these side episodes in the future. And yeah, that's gonna be about it for this video. Thanks for watching this video, guys. If you enjoyed, be sure to leave a like, subscribe, share with anyone ever you know. Let me know what you thought of this review, as well as what you guys thought of episode 6, The News Never Sleeps. Once again, guys, thanks for watching, and I will see you next time.